A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant diplomatic move, top officials from the United States and Ukraine convened in Geneva, Switzerland, on Sunday, November 23, 2025, to discuss a proposed peace plan aimed at ending the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, alongside Andriy Yermak, the head of the Office of the President of Ukraine, addressed the press following their consultations, expressing cautious optimism about the talks. Rubio described the discussions as very worthwhile and noted that they represented the most productive day in a long time concerning efforts to resolve the war. However, the details of what was discussed remained largely under wraps, raising eyebrows among observers and allies alike. The backdrop of these discussions is a 28-point blueprint proposed by the U.S. to bring about peace, which has sparked alarm in Kyiv and across European capitals. Concerns have been raised that the proposal is overly accommodating to Russian demands, including territorial concessions that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has previously rejected. Zelensky emphasized the delicate balance his country faces between maintaining sovereignty and securing the necessary support from the United States, stating that Ukraine will always defend its homeland. Rubio downplayed a Thursday deadline set by President Donald Trump for Ukraine to respond, indicating that negotiations could continue beyond that date. He acknowledged the need for further discussions and the potential involvement of higher-level officials as the situation evolves. "This is a very delicate moment," Rubio stated, highlighting that some issues may hinge on semantics, while others require more time and higher-level decisions. The White House later affirmed that the Ukrainian delegation's principal concerns regarding security guarantees, long-term economic development, and political sovereignty had been addressed during the meeting. They expressed appreciation for the structured approach taken to incorporate Ukraine's feedback into the emerging settlement framework. However, this positive language came only after significant backlash regarding the original proposal, which some U.S. lawmakers characterized as a wish list for Russia rather than a genuine peace initiative. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz echoed these sentiments, stating that while certain aspects of the plan were agreeable, others posed a threat to Ukraine's sovereignty. He made it clear that European allies are united in their support for Ukraine and will not compromise its territorial integrity. Rubio referred to the U.S. proposal as a living, breathing document that would continue to evolve, emphasizing that any final agreement would need to be presented to Moscow, acknowledging that the Russians get a vote here. Despite the optimistic tone from U.S. officials, the backdrop of Trump's critical remarks about Ukraine's gratitude for U.S. military support loomed large. Trump accused Ukrainian leadership of showing zero gratitude, while simultaneously calling out European nations for continuing to purchase oil from Russia. He reiterated the Thursday deadline for Ukraine's response, but suggested that it could be flexible if real progress was demonstrated. Zelensky, in response to the ongoing diplomatic efforts, expressed gratitude towards the United States and highlighted the importance of recognizing that Russia initiated the conflict. He reiterated the necessity of stopping Russia's aggression and preventing future escalations. Ukraine is grateful to the United States, to every American heart, and personally to President Trump, he stated, while also acknowledging the support from European allies. In the lead-up to the Geneva talks, Yermak and his team also engaged with national security advisors from the UK, France, and Germany, seeking to revise the contentious plan. French Defense Minister Alice Ruffo voiced concerns about the proposed restrictions on Ukraine's military capabilities, emphasizing that Ukraine must retain the ability to defend itself against ongoing threats from Russia. As discussions unfolded, Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk expressed readiness to collaborate with European leaders and others to refine the U.S. proposal. He stressed the importance of clarity regarding the plan's authorship and origins, seeking to ensure that it aligns with the interests of Ukraine and its allies. The conversation surrounding the peace plan continues to evolve, with U.S. lawmakers expressing mixed feelings about its implications. Senator Mark Warner described the proposal as resembling Russian talking points, indicating that it has left European allies feeling sidelined. The diplomatic landscape remains fraught with tension as various stakeholders navigate the complexities of the ongoing conflict. In a related development, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan announced plans to speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin about reviving a previous grain export deal that allowed Ukraine to ship its agricultural products safely. Erdogan's diplomatic efforts underscore the broader international implications of the war and the need for collaborative solutions to the crisis. As the situation unfolds, the world watches closely to see if these high-stakes negotiations will lead to a breakthrough in the long-standing conflict, or if they will deepen the divisions among allies and complicate the path to peace. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.